preparing for the We are back on air with Rare. We appreciate everybody for tapping what it is. Before we get into the show, I need everybody to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification on YouTube at Rare Footage Sports, on Instagram at Rare Footage Sports. And to keep up with the latest news, follow us on X at Rare Footage News. A lot went down this weekend. We got the PIAA state finals going on. The state playoff bracket is down to the final four of each classification. But before I get into this show, I got to bring my guy on, the one and only Hollow Tigers director, Coach Gee. What's going on?
What's up, family? How you? I'm good
all
today.
All is well, man. All is well. Exciting weekend of basketball. You look like you are, man. I thought you would come up on here. You looking good, man.
Hold on, I mean, why wouldn't I be? Why wouldn't I be all right? Because like when you think about it,
when you
think about what's going on here,
hold on.
Who did I pick? Who did I pick all year? Who did I pick all year?
Oh, shit.
I've been with Judge the whole entire time. I am a genius. I am a genius. I always know who's going to win. And that's why we move to the Final Four. Thank you for my clothes, Chris. Appreciate it.
Yo, man. Shout out to Gee with the Crusader gear on, man.
Yeah, all my PW people, man. It was a great run. But I had to get off the train at some stop. You know, connecting train ain't going where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? I was on the train to Hershey. I had to get a connecting train. So I had to get off and say, no, man, PW for life, man. I love PW, man. You know, I got kids on Judge too, man. There's never been no war with Father Judge or whatever, man. It was an awesome game, though, man. Awesome game.
Yeah, for sure. The 6A Elite 8 went down. Father Judge versus Plymouth White Marsh went down this weekend. The final score 58-54 in a monster matchup between two juggernauts. PW loaded roster with Father Judge with a loaded roster as well. But man, stars shine bright. Oversold crowd at Colonel O'Hara, over capacity, wall to wall, standing room only.
Yes, it was.
Didn't let down. Came down to a 2-possession game at the end. Talk to me about the matchup. What did you see from the players in that matchup? Mort Rivera shined the brightest in that matchup, scoring 25 points. Jeremiah Njai, 12 points. Monty Sajid on the PW side finished with 24. What was it? 20. 24 points, I believe. Junior guard Buddy Denard, 17 points, 5 3-pointers made, I believe, or something like that. Talk to me. You was at that game. What went down?
First of all, let's start with the atmosphere. I mean, if first of all, the Carnival Herald, beautiful facility. I want to throw that out there. They have a beautiful facility.
Yeah.
I think they're second to none in the Catholic League when it comes to facilities as a gym. That place was awesome, and it was a great hosting spot for the game. But when you talk about being a Philadelphia school that Father Judge is, right? Philadelphia school, Father Judge is a Philadelphia school, meaning they have a professional team, which is the Sixers, right?
Yes.
When you live in Plymouth White Marsh, okay, when you're from Plymouth White Marsh and you live in Plymouth White Marsh, the guys that's on that Plymouth White Marsh high school team are the Sixers. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that whole community is coming out to that game, and they showed up and showed out firsthand for their team, man. That they had a remarkable year. They like if you want your season to end, you want to go down fighting to the guys that won the top league in our area, right? So that's you got the game you wanted. You went down fighting, and that atmosphere was crazy. DJ was outstanding. DJ is shooting in the last 6 games, and I got my stats from the people. 47% from three on 36 attempts. You know how hard that is, bro?
It's
To
tough.
shoot 47%
Yeah.
from three
Yeah.
on
That's
36
tough.
shots in 6 games. That mean that he making half of his threes. Now they run great stuff. Yes, everybody knows PW got a great defender in Buddy Denard, but it's hard to defend a guy that you got to run through 6, 7 screens before you get the basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Chris did a great job. Like, listen, buddy, we're not playing with you. I'm going to get 3 or 4 guys to screen you off, and DJ going to make the shot. You give him a split second. That kid got a professional jump shot. You know what I'm saying? And
I
and and
agree.
it and on the PW side, Monty Sajid, like it was just a great year for him. He capped it off with the District 168 championship. That a lot of people say he had to get on his own as the bus driver. To kind of staple the legendary career he had at PW, being an all-time leading scorer, averaging damn near 25 points a game this year. He finished with 24 points, like you said. He played well, so the matchup with him and DJ really showed up. Um,
Lived up to
what
it.
he
Yep.
got from his junior and Buddy Denard. A lot of people didn't expect it. Buddy, walked into that gym that day, like basically told him, "I'm on that for you. I got your back today. If ain't nobody gonna be here, I'm gonna be here." You understand? And he took it. He took it as disrespect that a kid that been known as a shooter his whole life, somebody telling you to leave him open. You know what I'm saying? And he answered the bell, and they just came up a little short, man. The judge made the plays. Jeremiah was outstanding. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He really
Yes.
he won the matchup with him and Big Mike. I will say. You know what I'm saying? He
Yep.
came to play. The junior came to play. He looked athletic. He looked agile. He hit a 3-pointer. You know what I'm saying? He ran the floor well. He defended. He got back on mistakes for them. I think Buddy stole the ball one time. He sprinted the floor as a big fella and got the block to save a layup. So he played well. And Chris just had a game plan, man. I wasn't gonna let Big Mike beat me. I was gonna see if they could pass out and make shots. Buddy did make some shots, so they weathered the storm from the other making shots. But just a great game, Rare. Like, which is if you wasn't there, you missed a really good game with 2 really good teams.
Yeah, I agree, man. I just think Judge was the better team all year by a slight edge over PW, and I think it showed Saturday. It was a great back and forth. Judge come out on top in that one. Like you said, man, for the team like PW, like they don't have a major sports team in a town, quote unquote. Obviously, they Sixers fans, but like
Sixers, yes, yes,
PW
yes.
is the team, like where the community rallies behind them. And to be honest, like I think the PIAA district even did them injustice in having it at a beautiful facility as O'Hara, but they could have took it a step further, like a LaSalle or St. Joe's, and they could have easily got another 2,000-3,000 people to buy a ticket.
They was outside. They was outside.
Yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah.
people
I
outside. It
agree.
was people literally in front of the door asking, "Do you got extra tickets to sell?" Literally.
Yeah,
I mean, standing in the parking lot, like, "Yo, anybody selling tickets?" Like, it really was that
yeah,
kind of atmosphere. And then the people they had in there, it was like every seat, every inch of every seat was taken up. It was crazy in there, man.
yeah. I
It
agree.
was crazy.
Before we get on to the Tuesday matchup, Judge outlast PW moves on to the state final 4 and 6A. 5A, we had an upset, Gee, if you want to call that. Another Suburban 1 team knockoff, another PCL team. Upper Moreland knocks off Newman Goretti 62-55. I was at that game, and I believe Upper Moreland had control of that game pretty much the entire game. There was on a seesaw a little bit. Goretti take the lead, Moreland take the lead, back and forth. But no doubt in my mind, as we got a group chat, and I text that group during the game, I'm like, yo, Upper Moreland's going to win this game. The field was just going in their way. They wasn't scared of Goretti. They played a man-to-man the whole entire game. They got a sophomore guard by the name of Jose Hernandez, man. Small guard, every bit of 135, 140 pounds, man. He was on fire against those guys. I had a chance to watch Upper Moreland several times this season, probably 6 or 7 times. And the small guard from Upper Moreland is really, really good. Don't let the size fool you. Small guard played very, very big, looks to score the basketball. And he wasn't scared of the District 12 powerhouse in Goretti, man. Jose Hernandez stole the show against Goretti, had other plans of Goretti moving forward. And then they got a football kid named Elijah Davis. He's a senior who played very well against Goretti as well, hit a lot of tough shots. Every time Upper Moreland was in a tough spot, Davis came through, whether it was in mid-range. I believe he beat the buzzer at one with a three-pointer in the one quarter. I'm going to be honest, and they got Nate Best as well, the point guard who runs the show, likes to get people involved. Had a crazy ankle breaker play. He didn't make the shot. I wish he did, but he didn't. He made a lot of plays in that game. But I'm going to be honest, going into that game, and granted, I'm not going to take away from Upper Moreland because Goretti is without Marquise Newsom. They are without London Collins. They are without Munchie through injury. But however, when you got a powerhouse like Goretti and you still got guys like Cody Colson, you still got guys like Alisson Njai, you still got guys like Deshaun Yates who put on a crazy performance. Deshaun Yates was probably the best player on the floor for sure. However, it don't take away from EJ Stanton. It don't take away from Upper Moreland beating those guys. Newman Goretti, even without those 3 guys that are rotation players, they still should beat a District 1 team like Upper Moreland.
100% agree.
Who lost to certain teams this season where Newman Goretti would demolish them with their bench. However, Upper Moreland had other plans, and when you show up to play, you gotta win. There's no excuses.
Shout out to Upper Moreland, man. Like I said, I don't want to take nothing for you, but we wouldn't be getting rare if we don't speak our piece, right? Let me tell you something. I got into a whole argument with a friend of mine. I wouldn't dare say his name on here, but we was arguing. He was like, Key, there's no way they lose it and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, they're missing this person, that person, this person. I had to call him and I had to really text him back and apologize. Like, you're absolutely right. They had 4 guys on the floor that would clearly be the best player in that school if they went there. You understand what I'm saying? So no disrespect to them or nothing. They had 4 kids play that would be the best player in that school if they went. You had 4 of them, is what I'm saying to you. I don't care who else was out there. That is an unexcusable loss for Newman Goretti. I think Newman Goretti should have won that game versus that District 1 team. Looking at the schedule they played this year and looking at the teams they lost and the amount they lost by, there's no way. Shout out to Upper Moreland for coming prepared, not letting nobody look past them and winning that game. But that was definitely a winnable game. And Newman, I think Newman just clearly shit the bed.
I agree. And I'm looking at this year, everybody, we screaming PCL, PCL, PCL. The number 1 seed going into the PCL playoffs in the regular season lose to a District 1 team in Souderton. You got Newman Goretti, who made it to the PCL championship, lose to a District 1 team in Upper Moreland. You know, you got PW took Judge to the wire. You got Upper Dublin took Bonner to the wire. I don't think it's clear cut this year. I'm not talking about history. It wasn't clear cut this year as Suburban 1 just being so far under the PCL. You got a team like Upper Moreland who beat 3 PCL playoff teams: LaSalle, St. Joe's Prep, and Ryan, who all won a playoff game. Unless St. Joe's might have lost. I don't know. I don't know. But regardless of that, Ryan won a playoff game, St. Joe's Prep, and I forget the last thing they played. But however, they beat 3 playoff teams. So I don't think it's that far this year.
Let me tell you a crazy stat. We got the Catholic League as the top league in our area, right? A lot of the times, right? They're the top league in the area. The top 5 seeds in the Catholic League, only 1 team left in the States. When was the last time that happened? Roman didn't even make it. Okay? Roman, the 4 seed, didn't even make it. The 5 seed, Carroll, was gone. Okay, the 3 seed Newman Goretti was gone. Bonner's left. Judge, I mean not Judge. Was going first round. Judge was the seed.
Yeah,
So it's on a league that we think so dominant. They went down to them District 1 teams this year.
I agree. I agree. I think it was very close
Yeah.
this year. And even with the pub, if you add the pub in there, the pub had 4 Final Four teams in the state playoffs. I think the PCL maybe had 2 with Bonner and Judge. I could be wrong. Or West Catholic. West Catholic, I believe, is still fighting as well. In 3A, West Catholic moved them up. The pub had 4, I believe, Elite 8 or Final Four teams. I'm not sure where they fell. But long story short, this year was so much parity, man, in the city. It made the basketball great, and we gotta stop putting other schools below these other schools because of name and just go off year by year because these other leagues put on this year, and the PCL put on as well. But when in years like this, when you see the Upper Morelands knocking off a Goretti, no matter who they got, Goretti is supposed to win. Definitely how the recruitment goes. That's like how private schools or capital schools could get kids from anywhere in the state or however that go. And Upper Moreland is shopping in Upper Moreland. So, yeah, we expecting Goretti to beat those guys. Upper Moreland went in there and knocked them off 66-52. They move on to take on a tough Bonner team. Shout out to Cassidy. Shout out to Billy Cassidy. They are moved on to the Final Four of the 5A, and they take on Upper Moreland tomorrow, 7 p.m. at Norristown High. And that should be a goodie, Gee. Bonner lost to Upper Moreland last year, I believe, in the Elite 8, I believe. Was it the Elite 8? Was it the Elite 8? If somebody in the comments, let me know. But I know Bonner fell to Upper Moreland last year in the States. This year, I think it'll be different. I love what Upper Moreland got going on. They knocked off Goretti. I believe they should take that win and roll with it and enjoy it and embrace it. It's going to be tough. Okay, somebody said it was. Yeah, in the Elite 8 last year, they lost to Upper Moreland. They got the Final Four matchup, Upper Moreland versus Bonner. How you calling that matchup, Gee? District 12 versus District 1.
This is where the slipper falls off, okay? This is where the Cinderella slipper falls off, and you go take your carriage and go back home because it won't happen again. I'll tell you one thing for certain, two things for sure. Bonner ain't missing nobody. They ain't missing a soul. Everybody's there. They've been there the whole playoffs. Okay. And that Bonner train that got derailed that Blester, stopped at Blester. The next stop is Hershey. And they're on their way up there, right? They're on their way up there for tomorrow night.
I agree. If y'all got nothing to do tomorrow, which y'all shouldn't have, pick a spot tomorrow. You got 7 p.m. Norristown High.
Which y'all shouldn't have. It's crazy.
What y'all shouldn't have.
If y'all got nothing to do tonight, if y'all got nothing to do tomorrow, what y'all shouldn't have.
It's Madness, baby. High school state playoffs, and then this weekend in Philly, we got
birthday tomorrow. Everything.
Skip all of that. We going to these Final Four games. On the girls' side, 6A girls, Upper Dublin knocks off Hazleton. They survive Hazleton 51-42. Carroll knocks off Red Lion 57-45. We got the matchup we all been looking for all year long. This is the top 2 PIAA girls teams in the entire state of PA. The winner of this matchup, which is tomorrow, 7 p.m. at Ben Salem, I'm sure this should be a sellout crowd, will win the state championship. I don't care who's on the other side. You heard it here first. Upper Dublin versus Archbishop Carroll is the show tomorrow out of any game, 7 p.m. at Ben Salem High School. Let's count the Division I players in there. We got the Ebert sisters, that's 3. You got Abby McFillin 4. You got Tamia Clark 5. You got the Michigan commit 6. You got Megan No 7. You got Emilia Coleman 8. You got about 9 Division I players, and I believe 1, 2, 3 or 4 are signed already. We got about 9 Division I players in this matchup. Upper Dublin versus Carroll tomorrow. You do not want to miss this matchup at Ben Salem High. This is the highest level it's going to get in PIAA girls this year. It's going to be packed out. It's going to be exciting. We got high-level players in this matchup, Power 4 players, Power 5 players, Atlantic 10 level players, NEC, all types of players. You don't want to miss it. Upper Dublin, Carroll, I will be there tomorrow. Ben Salem, 7 p.m. Carroll versus Upper Dublin is going down. This is the matchup. If you into girls basketball, this is the matchup everybody wanted to see all season. And the basketball gods answered the bell We got Carroll versus Upper Dublin girls tomorrow. The game starts at 7. I'll be there at 5:59. It's going down tomorrow. Gee, on the boys' side. Forever
I'm definitely
rolling.
real quick. I'm rooting for the Upper Dublin girls. I don't know the sisters from Carroll personally, but I do know they bad. You know what I'm saying? They some bad mother. You know what I'm saying? But I sat with the cat. Like I said, I sat with the Upper Dublin girls at the District 1 championship. Really good group, nice group of kids, man. I'm rooting for them for sure.
I don't know who to root for in this match. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know who to pick.
Yeah, you know more about it. I just, you know what I'm saying,
It's
like
just
I'm talking about them as people.
this is the closest matchup this year. Even when Vinny Simpson with Friend Central upset West Town in the championship, I had West Town with an edge in that game, but I said Vinny could get them. Seeing the league championship and how he cut the regular season league down, and he had him there, I knew he had a chance to get him. This game is literally a coin flip. If you've seen both of these teams, it's literally a coin flip. This is a high-level game. All the players are familiar with each other. It's going to be exciting. This is not no 19s, 40s, 50s basketball. They're going to get it on. Upper Dublin fast-paced, Carroll fast-paced, Upper Dublin press, jump, trap. Carroll does the same. It's exciting basketball. You need to be there tomorrow. Ben Sellem, 7 p.m. at Ben Sellem High School. On the boys' side, Gee, Imhotep got their lick back. They lost to Parkland during the season. They scored 5 points at halftime, 0 points in the second quarter, I believe. They get their lick back a few weeks later, 70-39. Imhotep rolls over Parkland, 70-39. Kevin Benson, 13 of his 15 points came in the second half. Zaire Muhammad Gray, game high, I believe 18 points. And Dayuda Nair Tell with 9 points. The emergence of the 2028 wing, Dayuda Nair, is words can't explain how much justice he is doing for Imhotep Charter. The emergence of that kid has took this Imhotep Panthers team to a whole nother level. When you can add a 6'5", 6'6" athletic wing like that, who can stretch the 4, hit the 3, you know he's going to grab loose balls, dot loose balls, take charges, play hard. When you can add that, even though they had it, him getting better is like adding a new player to this team. Imhotep is a very, very scary team. They are clicking at the right time. Obviously, they got ZMG, who's arguably the best player in the city, who's doing what he do. He's pretty much unguardable one-on-one. You got to double. And the way Imhotep chemistry is, if you double him, they're going to make you pay. And they're going to make you pay with players like Kevin Benson, who has been playing the best basketball he has been playing his entire high school career. These last 2 games probably have been the best 2 games I've ever seen Benson play in his high school career. They are clicking at the right time. They're going up against Father Judge again for the 3rd time. So in the season, Imhotep knocked off Father Judge early in the season. They just played a few days ago or a week ago in the city championship. Imhotep knocked them off. Some are saying the 3rd time is the charm for Judge. We got Imhotep versus Father Judge at Ben Sellem High School Tuesday. So Ben Sellem got it rolling. Shout out to Ben Sellem for hosting these games, man. Beautiful facility, beautiful township, beautiful atmosphere always. Bright lights, clean gym, huge. It gets everybody in the building. Ben Sellem Judge is Tuesday, 7 p.m. Imhotep versus Judge at Ben Sellem High, 7 p.m. Tuesday is going down. Call in, let me know, 215-301-4785. Can Father Judge knock off the down year Teps? Imhotep Panthers, let us know. This is quote-unquote a down year for Imhotep Charter. And in the down year for Imhotep Charter, they win the Public League Championship. They win the 6A City Championship. The winner of this game, I believe, will win the state championship in 6A. However, the boys' side is a little different than the girls, whereas those Central Dauphin and Upper St. Clair will have an argument. The winner of that game will have an argument against this Father Judge or Tep team. They will not lay down. Everybody saying I'm biased with Tep. I'm just saying you can't be biased and right all the time. It's either you just got to be right. Like, they are the best team in the state, no doubt about it. Can they be beat? Yes. They lost to Fells. They almost lost to ENS. They lost to Parkland. Anybody can be beat. But are they the best team? Yes, they are. They knocked off Judge twice, who won the best league in the state, right? The PCL is the best league in the state by far. They beat him twice, not once, twice. And both was convincingly. The first game, they didn't have Moreland Rivera. They blew him out. The second game, they had Moreland Rivera. They still lost. They were down the whole game, made a run, Tech closed, shut the door, boom. And this is a quote-unquote down year. They beat the number 1 seed in the PCL, Archbishop Wood, early on in the season. Blew him out. Blew him out. Blew him out. Everybody's saying this is a down year for Tep. They don't have this person. They don't have this person. They lost this person. This person ain't playing. They still beating everybody. So now the people who say, oh, Rare biased, you got to ask yourself, is he biased or is he right? Is he biased or is he right? Because even when we do the player of the year, which the votes are in, and I can't wait till everybody see who won the player of the year, and we put a poll up and ask people to leave a comment who's the player of the year, and all y'all said was PCL players. You got the pub, you got the Friends League, you got the Interact. So y'all just be in a bubble. Yes, Caleb Lundy got an argument for player of the year. Yes, Corey got an argument for player of the year. Yes, Moreland Rivera got an argument for player of the year. ZMG got an argument too. ZMG got an argument too. AJ Stewart from Westtown ran the tape. They ran a table in the city. They got an argument too. Silas Graham out of the Interact. He got an argument too. So we got to get out that bubble when y'all saying we biased, and then y'all in a small bubble when we covering Friends League, Interact, Pub, PCL. It's bigger than one league. But back to this situation. Tep over Judge Tuesday again. I believe, just my opinion. I love what Chris doing over there. I love Moreland Rivera, one of the best scorers in the city. Started out a shooter, ended his career as just a flat-out bona fide scorer. He's that good. I love what Max Mashinsky do. 6'8", versatile wing. I love what Rocco Westfield bring, can shoot the trade ball. I love the young kids. I love Copeland. I love Brown. You know, I love what Rocky Macy bring in when he get his number called. You on the air with Rare? What's going on? What's going on? You think so? I'm a huge fan of Starling. Huge fan. They play Upper St. Clair. They are good. They're both good teams. Central Dauphin should edge them, but I'm gonna be honest. If Tep get there, they have too much for Central Dauphin. They got too many bodies. Too many bodies. So Tep beat Judge. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in one season. So you calling and you saying Tep gonna beat Judge for the 3rd time? Oh, they can't hear you. Hold on. Let me hold on. Go ahead.
Judge a good team, but I'm gonna keep it about they flop too much. So I mean, I don't know. They locked in for a good time period during the PCL playoffs, but against Tep and other powerhouses, I just don't see them winning. Keep it being.
Wow.
But they still a good team though. But I think Ian Smith, I think with Dawuda playing the way he is, Kev Benson playing the way he is, you know, ZMG just being ZMG, I just think Tep gonna be a hard team to beat.
So what you got to be in a single-digit game or a double-digit game? Is it close? Will it be close Tuesday, or Judge fans should just pack it up? They just don't got enough.
I'll answer that by saying this: it's hard to get a double-digit win against a player like Moreland Rivera. Especially with the percentages he shoots, it's hard to get a double-digit win against him.
I agree, man. Appreciate you calling in, my guy. So we got one caller called in and said they got Imhotep. They got Imhotep over Judge for the 3rd time. See, with this matchup, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm a Tep guy, but I got my Judge hat right here too. So like, I'm really a neutral guy. I got my Judge Fisherman hat right here. So like, I might give you the Judge bucket with the Panthers hoodie. I might just give you that, or the Judge tee with the Panthers dad hat. You know what I'm saying? They going there looking at me crazy because guess what? It is what it is. I'm here to see a good game and watch the kids perform, and then, I'm gonna have a storyline regardless. Brother Andre's the GOAT. Can Chris knock off the GOAT? Is he the next GOAT? Chris been running the PCL these last 2 years, and that's something new for the area as well. Father Judge, I know in my lifetime has never experienced this much winning in my life, and that's courtesy to what Chris Roundtree was able to build up there. But yeah, Tuesday is going to be a tough one for Judge. Call in 215-301-4785. Let us know who you got winning. We got Bonner in Upper Moreland tomorrow at Norristown High School. Billy Cassidy is looking to advance to Hershey and play for a state championship. And Upper Moreland is looking to repeat last year and knock off Bonner, but this time the stakes are higher, where if they knock off Bonner, they'll be headed to the state championship game in Hershey, PA. And again, shout out to the PIAA. They need to move the championships to the Palestra. Like, because let's be clear, Hershey is boring. Bottom line, the food is nasty. Hershey boring. Bring it to the Palestra. You on the air with Rear?
I think the Judge and Tep game gonna be a toss-up, because it's hard to beat the team 3 times, especially blow them out. I think Bonner gonna go to the 5A chip, and I think that ENS and Devin Prep is gonna meet up, and it's gonna meet in the championship.
Before we get into Tuesday, if ENS advances and Devin Prep advances, who you got in that matchup? You got a pub PCL matchup in Hershey, and the PIAA hates that.
In this down year of Devin Prep, I got ENS getting their first championship. They too much. Like this year, that's put together a really, really, really good team, especially that guard play. He run even though he run 5 guards for real, they all handle the ball, and they're very well prepared this year.
Yeah, I agree. ENS is the better team. If those two match up, I believe ENS will beat Devin Prep, and I believe they'll beat them convincingly. And there's no knock to what Fisher got going on over there. Obviously, he got back-to-back state championships. He's going for 3 straight, but he lost a lot. And ENS got everybody back and more. Adding Hennigan, senior leg group with the junior Hennigan. ENS is a tough out for any team, and I think, they'll probably, if Devin Prep advance, which I'm hoping they will advance, it'll be too much. Tuesday. Go ahead.
I think they should have held the Imhotep game at like a LaSalle or something. They're gonna need more seats for that. That's something the city wants to see, and I think the PIAA need to do a better job with dealing with the Philly schools.
I agree, even with the PW and Judge game.
Philly schools in surrounding areas, because us over here, we it's big to us to play against each other. But they'll just throw it in the gym. I think they need to do a better job of renting these college spaces out with more seats.
Yeah, I agree. Tuesday, we got Imhotep Judge. You saying it's going to be close. How does Judge keep it close, and what adjustments do they make? I mean, they blew him out the first time. They didn't have Morgan Rivera, so that's acceptable. The second time, they were had a commanding lead pretty much the whole game. They were in control. They win that game. And then what changes do you make? Like, what changes do you make?
My opinion is that I think the Catholic League don't see the defense that Tech plays all year. They play a lot of zone and it's slow. So when you're playing against Tech, where it's up speed, they can defend you man to man and switch everything. I think you got to hit shots. I think if you're not hitting shots with a team that switches everything, I think you're in big trouble. Like they don't see all year, even down as great as we talk about Roman and everybody, they don't see that type of defense all year. Whereas man to man, you put your shorts on just like I do, and you're gonna have to beat me. They don't see that all year. And then when you're going against a Tech who's upbeat, up tempo, they're flying around, they're long, athletic, they're on the floor, they're in your face, and they're disciplined defensively. They're not swiping, they're not jumping on everything. I think you have to hit shots. If you don't hit shots, you're going to be in trouble.
I agree. I think obviously when you lose to a team twice, you got film on what you could fix and what you could do. But even the winning team got film on what they didn't do right as well. So, like, that's the tricky part. And I'm like, I feel like the more and more Tep see a team, the better they're going to be against those teams. They play Parkland, they score 0 points in the second quarter, 5 points at halftime. They play them a few weeks later and beat them by 30. You play.
I think in this, before we get off the phone, I think in this instance with the winning team, right? We're talking about a winning team that's built on culture. Their winning is their culture, right? I think when they watch film, they're watching how to get back to their culture and how to beat you with their culture. And I think that's very dangerous dealing with a winning team. I think you have to hit shots because when we watch both games, when we watch them all year, it was when they lost, we were like, that's not tough. That's just not them. I think when you're playing man to man, you're disciplined. You just have to hit shots. I mean, it don't get no better than that. And and it's going to be a lot of quick shots. Even when we watched the last game against them, it was a lot of quick shots because it was long, athletic, coming, flying at you, 100 miles per hour. I think if Judge don't hit shots, I just think they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
If you had to call a winner, who you got Tuesday night, 7 p.m. at Ben Stone?
I think if it's going to be tapping a close one because it's just hard to go against culture in big games.
Now, what does that? Before I let you go, what does that say about the TEP program where everybody and their mom, before they start winning these championships, said this was a down year, they're not going to win it? What does this say?
I don't think. All right, I could look at it from two sides. When we go to the public league side, I don't think it was a down year. I just think the two teams that everybody put up against them, they were just more ready this year, dealing with Fells and ENS. They're two well-prepared coaches. But I don't think it was a down year because when you look at both teams, they just matched up well this year. But I just don't think it was a down year because their records say otherwise. I just don't think it was a down year. I think there was just two teams that just matched up with them. So I don't understand how that's a down year. They're still winning. They're still well above 500, way above 500. They're still beating all the top teams in the area. So how's that considered a down year?
I agree. I don't know why the people saying that, man. Well, appreciate you calling in, my guy.
I just think this year in the pub, it was just two teams that matched up very. And I said this before the season when you talk. There's two teams that just match up very, very well with them that can switch everything like they do, and the games are going to be very close. I remember we had that talk.
Yeah.
So I just don't think it's a down year, and I don't like when people say it's a down year because it's not. We all know it's not. A down year is going 12-12.
Yeah,
that's a down year.
Yeah.
So, but I see you Tuesday.
All right, talk to you. Yeah, I agree with Steph. Everybody's saying it was a down year. The tunes are starting to change slowly but surely. Definitely after you win a public league title, and then you beat the PCL champion, who is widely considered the best league in the state. When you beat those, the tune have to change. So, like the people who were saying it was a down year, you got to start to switch it up now and say, well, it's not really a down year. And I'm not talking about Steph because Steph did say it wasn't a down year. The pub was really, really good. I'm talking about the naysayers who said it was a down year for Tech. And I'm asking those people as they win, what does that say about the state and the city? Like, no matter how down the year is for the city, state, or whatever, the top team is still the top team. So the tune changes because you can't say top or number one without saying Tech after they done beat the PCL champion twice. Now, Tuesday will be a different story. It's in Judge's backyard. Judge is looking for get back. Judge beat him in his spot again last year. I'm excited to see that matchup. It will be a closer game than the first two, I believe. Judge going to go down swinging. Tech going to go down swinging. The winner of that matchup will win 6A. I truly believe that. There'll be some pushback from Central Dauphin or Upper St. Clair, but it's going to be Judge. The winner of this game should win a championship. You on the air with Rare?
Yeah, I want to talk about the Judge Tech game.
Yeah, what's going on?
Your partner's always saying, been there, done that, right?
Yeah.
Ain't that what it was? The last time Judge lost a meaningful game, a knockout game? It's been about 2 years, right? I mean, yeah, Tech beat them in the cities, but it wasn't a true knockout game. That got to mean something, no?
I'm with you. They didn't lose a knockout game, but the city championship is definitely still bragging rights. Definitely when both teams win a league. When you got the PCL champion versus the pub champion playing against each other, that's really that's the championship we always want every year. We hope to have that type of championship every year. But I do agree, the last 2 years, Judge has won almost every meaningful game. I'm excited about this matchup. So it seemed like you got Judge, third time's the charm for Judge. You got Judge Tuesday night?
I'm definitely a Judge fan. I think Imhotep across the board, like the last caller just said, I think they're more talented. They can switch it up. If Judge hits the shots early, yeah, I got to roll with my boys. I'm going to say Judge by 6.
Judge by 6. What changes can Chris make to get over this hump with Imhotep Charter? They lost twice.
He's never going to make changes. They roll how they play. If they can knock the shots down, that's all they got to do. They got to knock the shots down. If they don't knock the shots down, they're not going to win. If they get them down early, then they're going to win. I'm still going with them 6 by 6.
I ain't mad at that.
Been there, done that, like your partner said, right?
Yeah.
Until they lose a meaningful game, okay.
Well, we can't. Wait. I get what you try.
I'll take that back.
All right.
They lost a meaningful game.
Yes.
I'm saying a knockout. Until they lose a knockout game, I got to roll with them, right?
Yeah. I ain't mad at you.
Does set the bar. They set the bar for the city, no doubt. Roman did too. Judge knocked them off the last 5 times. So that's how I'm looking at it.
I ain't mad at you. I appreciate you calling it, brother. I'm not mad at his analogy, man. He said Judge haven't lost a knockout game in 2 years, which they haven't. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, like you said, when you beat a team. Let me call my guy back. I know you just called in. You live. You on the air with Rare. You live. You live. You on the air with Rare. You hear me? You live. You on the air with Rare. You live.
Hey, what's up, man? Listen, all I want is, can I sing a song?
Let me talk to the people. Go ahead.
All the way tap Tell them people like 3 times the charm and all this 4 times. Listen, they gonna get the 5 people gonna get on one side, 5 gonna get on another side with some alternates in and out. And we're gonna see what happens if it's 10 times. Tap all the way.
Let me ask you. You got Tep winning for the 3rd time in the same season?
4th time if it was, the 5th time if it was, yes. The culture don't die. It's the blackness. Never say die. Check this out. Ray. You made one mistake. We beat them by 31, not 30. No disrespect for the other team, though, because they was a good team, but we beat them by 31.
Yeah, that's a lot.
You know, I know. I'm going to listen to hey, listen, Jazz going to do their thing, but they're going to go down. That's just the bottom line.
I appreciate you calling, Oak.
All right, baby.
We got a Tep guy calling in. He said it's Tep for the 3rd time. If it was the 4th time, 5th time, 6th time, he got Tep. Call in 215-301-4785. The biggest games of the week is tomorrow at Norristown High, 7 p.m. Coach Cassidy and Bonner takes on Upper Moreland at Norristown High. The game of the night tomorrow is at Ben Salem High School, 7 p.m. Archbishop Carroll versus Upper Dublin Girls is a monster showdown. Alexis Eberts, Kayla Eberts, Abby McFillin, Tamia Clark, Megan No, Emilia Coleman, Ella Morris, and the Michigan commit, the lacrosse commit. I'm just getting familiar with her basketball game. They said she's a 4-sport athlete. I got to get her name down pat. She's committed to the University of Michigan for lacrosse, but she's a hell of a basketball player as well. Yeah, it's that much talent in that girls' game tomorrow at Ben Salem. That is the place to be. Tuesday night, obviously, we got ENS playing this week as well. We got West Catholic playing this week as well. We got Sankofa. Hold up. Shout out to Sankofa out the public league. They are still playing. They're in the Final Four as well. Those games are a little further out. But locally, we got some heat this week. And pick one of these games, 1 or 2 of these games to be at. You don't want to miss none. It's going down. But the mega matchup is tomorrow at Ben Salem, 7 p.m. Archbishop Carroll versus Upper Dublin Girls. And the other games are the other games. Until then, see y'all. Peace. Thanks for tapping in with us. Thanks for supporting. We appreciate y'all.